Salud.
Salud, third sip.
Salud. Third time's the charm. Let's go, Cesar.
Let's get
Venga,
it.
venga. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo
Vámonos.
estás?
Al millón, andamos al millón aquí nomás.
En el calentón que es Hollister, California.
En el calentón está calientillo ahora, but we move. Happy that the weather is really nice out here. Sunny, blue skies. ¿Qué más se le puede pedir, pues?
A little too warm. I mean, even I'm in SF and it's like 10, at least like 15 degrees cooler, but it's still a little warm out here. Está calentón.
Pero no está cloudy ni nada. Está a beautiful day out.
Well, welcome back, folks, to an episode of Goal Sided. This is actually a bonus episode, so we hope you guys enjoy this. But we're going to be going over our predictions for the overall Copa America, everything Copa America. So we're going to take it like bracket style. We have a little foot mob predictor that'll allow us to pick the top two from each group that we think move on to the quarterfinals. And then that'll move us into knockout stages all the way to the final. And we'll select who we think are champions. If you guys have seen any of our content before, if you've heard recent episodes, you'll know exactly who we chose to win it all because we mentioned it in the last episode. If you haven't, enjoy the ride. And hopefully you guys will like who we pick. If not, hate on it in the comments below. And if you guys have never heard of us, but this is bringing you to us, feel free to check us out on any of our platforms. We have a whole bunch of content. We're an online footy community with the Discord and a podcast at the same time. We follow a lot of Liga MX. We follow a lot of La Selección de Mexico, but overall CONCACAF. We talk all the footy in the world, the top leagues in the world. So aquí no falta el content, ¿verdad, mi César?
Aquí no falta el fútbol.
Puro
Para
fútbol.
que se vengan and you enjoy. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Y aquí andamos para lo que se necesite.
Pero sí, hablando del fútbol, de un verano de foot, this is getting primed and ready to be one of the wildest summers in a good while of footy, especially in the U.S. since 2016 Copa America.
So I'm super excited to keep watching all this. Euros haven't been great, pero I feel like we're barely starting to warm up there too. Y ahorita que empiece la Copa America, we're gonna be loving it here.
Let's go. And yeah, some of the unlikeliest heroes in Euros are giving us amazing games like Turkey and Georgia today. So hopefully that gives us good signs for the future for good matches. But we're going to be going over Copa America here. Like I said, we're going to pull up a foot mob and give it our shot at predicting all the way down to the championship, who gets out of each group. A ver cuánto latinamos, Cesar. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Cesar, pull up your predictor. And let's get it.
Ahí está. Let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, you're Gucci. Come on.
Let's get it. Okay, so here we have the group stage. We're going to start with Group A. This football is actually pretty cool, pretty simple. You just drag. So here I have Argentina, reigning world champions. Copa America champions. They're going to defend the cup with Messi. Messi has been chilling in Inter Miami. Now it's like go time with Argentina. So I have them in first place. And then here, I'm going to put Chile as second. I'm going to move Canada slightly down. They have Gareca as their head coach. Chile hasn't been doing too hot. They didn't qualify for the 2022 World Cup. And in qualifiers, they haven't been doing so hot either. But I feel like this Gareca has had time to work with this Chile. So the Copa America, especially with this group, I think he'll have them working and they'll get second place. I'm gonna have Canada third and Peru fourth. Canada has been having internal issues and Jesse Marsh just came in también. So I feel like they're gonna get a while to start up and it might be too little too late for them. And then Peru is just one of the weaker teams of Copa America. So I feel like for me, they're gonna be bottom of the group here.
Damn. Okay. I think the controversial thing, I think a lot of people would probably say Canada or Chile.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going the Chile route. I respect that. Okay. Está bien.
Okay. Group B, I have this one's crazy because Mexicanos y todo. We're gonna have Ecuador as first. In my opinion, Ecuador has a lot of talent, a lot of young talent. They can be dynamic, and they're just gonna overpower this group. So I have them going first. I have Mexico going second, tightly, and then Venezuela third and Jamaica fourth. Venezuela has been doing well in qualifiers, pero yeah, I just don't think they have the squad depth. They have a lot of offensive power with Solomon Rondon, Yangel Herrera, Rafael Romo. Their goalkeeper's really good too. But I just don't think they're going to be good enough as a team to go up against Mexico. And so I have Mexico second and Jamaica fourth.
Okay. You're about to get us canceled with all the Mexico fans not getting top of the
Nah,
group. Okay.
we won't get top of the
A bit of
group.
a
I'd be
realistic vibe,
surprised.
más como que pies en la tierra un poco.
Cálmense poquito.
Okay. All right.
Group C, I have the U.S. Oh, it's Uruguay. Never mind. I got Uruguay.
I'm dead.
I have Uruguay, top of the group. For me, if you listen to our previous episodes, they are my favorites to win it all. Marcelo Bielsa is one of the gods in the coaching world. Pep really loves Marcelo Bielsa, and just the way he has Uruguay playing. They just recently beat Argentina. They destroyed our Mexico. Uruguay for me, easily top of the group here, Group C, and favorites. Then I have the U.S. going second, Bolivia. We're gonna be last, and then I'm gonna give Panama. Panama's been doing really good in the under 19s, under 21s. So hopefully a couple young kids in there can help win third place for them. And then the U.S. for me, they're I don't know if I want to say dark horses, but they're gonna be a force to reckon with this Copa America. Group D, I have Brazil first, Colombia second, and I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. So Paraguay has been sleeping. Almiron just came off of an injury. He's been on and off with Newcastle, with Paraguay. So Paraguay for me are the weakest in this group. Costa Rica is going through a generational change, so they'll be third. But I think the first one and two, it's Brazil and Colombia here. Okay, that's my
Okay.
group.
All right. All right. Well, that's how you got out of the groups. A ver. In the knockout.
Quarterfinals. We got winner Group A, Argentina against second in Group B, Mexico. I'm sorry, but aquí es hasta donde llega Mexico. I think Argentina is just way
Sheesh.
too good. Winner of Group B, Ecuador against second in Group A, Chile, taking Ecuador. Winner of Group C, Uruguay against second of Group D. This is going to be a tough matchup here. I'm taking Uruguay. And then winner of Group D, Brazil against second of Group C. Right here. Damn, who am I choosing? I'm going to take USA.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think Brazil's just not that good this tournament. I think the US are they would have learned from what they when they played each other in their friendlies. I think Brazil were lucky not to lose that game. The US were better offensively, pero I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If I have to put my money, I'd put it in the US.
Sheesh.
We're in the semifinals. Argentina, Ecuador. I'm gonna take Argentina, Ecuador. Muchas gracias. But this is where you bow out. And then we're gonna do Uruguay beating the US. Taking us to the final, Argentina, Uruguay, which on paper or just how they've been doing, this is a likely final.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Uruguay,
Damn.
and I'm gonna take the US here.
The U.S. getting a third place finish
Yeah,
at the Copa America. Uruguay defeating Lionel Messi in a final.
yep.
Messi
They
doesn't
just
lose these finals, man. Damn,
they
you got him in there losing it.
they just beat him at home at the Estadio Bombonera in Boca Juniors. Uruguay can beat this Argentinian team.
Damn,
I'm telling you.
after a whole tournament that's saucy. All right, throw it back my way. Okay, Cesar. Okay. All right,
Yep.
let me get to mine, Cesar. Because now we're gonna
Handle.
start cooking. Now we're gonna start cooking, baby. Let's go. All right. All right, baby. We got our predictor here in Group A. I have it the same way that you had it. Argentina in first place. I have Chile passing in second. I have Canada. I have them trying their hardest. I have them almost making it, but I don't think that they can do it. I think Jesse Marsh is going to surprise us. Definitely not on Thursday against Argentina. Nothing there. He did put up a good fight against France. They held on for dear life. I don't think he'll be able to keep 0 goals versus Argentina, but I think he can pull some points out of Peru for sure, and then battle it out with Chile. But I do think Chile makes it out of the group. Um, in Group B, in Mexico's group, I do have them being at the top.
Wow,
Mexico's group.
really
This
interesting.
is Mexico's group. Ecuador is having a lot of internal problems with the team. Their coach isn't at 100%. They barely beat Honduras the other day in the scrimmage. I didn't love that. I think I pulled them as our dark horse, but that was just mainly because you had Colombia, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
pues ya me lo chingo. But I still think Ecuador can do well outside of this group. I don't know. We'll see right now if I have them going very far. Uh, I'll just let you guys know they don't. But yeah, I think Mexico figures out a way to get through this. I think they beat a Jamaica day one, and that can help them get into better shape there. I think they beat Venezuela match day two, and then I think they could pull out a draw against Ecuador. My favorite thing about this is that when they play Ecuador, it's choose your own destiny for
Yep.
Jimmy and the boys. If you have your 6 points, the only possibility is that you are in charge of your destiny at that point. If they just need a draw versus Ecuador, they'll figure out the draw. If they need the points, if they need a win, they can beat this Ecuador squad. So I think we'll see a little bit of Jimmy influencing this team in a positive way start coming to come out finally. But I'm excited for this Mexico team. I don't think they're going to be playing the best of footy. I'm not saying that all of a sudden we're going to be dominating, but I think they are able to make it in first, and I think they have to. For what I mentioned earlier, I think they need to get first place to play at Chile. I don't think they would survive if they get a second place and had to play in Argentina. So that'll come in a bit. In Group C, I do have Uruguay. I have basically the same setup as you, Uruguay. I do have the U.S. making it through. And then I actually have Panama above Bolivia. I think Panama can get a couple points, which I don't think Bolivia will probably even get any.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, in this case, I don't see USA surprising Uruguay. We saw them really struggle against Colombia. I think the type of play that Uruguay has, very electric, very dominant, very high pace. I think the US just isn't going to be able to match up, especially with all the young players. I think they'll maybe even look a little bit naive, a little bit juvenile. But against Panama, Bolivia, I think the US will really stand out with the stars that they have, and then we'll see what they do in the elimination matches. In Group D, I have another surprise right here. I have Colombia in first. I think Brazil will make it pretty easily, but I think they're going to have trouble with Colombia. I think Colombia will get the best of them. I think they'll even beat them. I do have Paraguay in third place. I don't think Costa Rica is fully there yet, changing that, doing that generational change that they're trying to do. I think Paraguay, even a struggling Paraguay in South America with a couple of very good pieces from Europe, should be able to get points away from Costa Rica. And I think that's all that they'll need to get at least above them. All right, let's move it on to the knockout rounds. Argentina versus Ecuador. A bit of a different pictures painted here than in yours. I have
Yeah.
Argentina winning here pretty handily. Mexico with the very favorable matchup against Chile. If you guys have checked out our TikTok lately, I said Mexico needs to get first place to play Chile, and then Mexico will not lose 7-0 like they did in 2016. And I have Mexico getting the revenge and beating Chile, which, like, it's freaking crazy. It blows my mind. But just with 2 clicks of the freaking button, Mexico's in the semifinal. Uh,
Swear.
don't hate me in the chat. Like, I try to run so many different scenarios, but I do think if Mexico makes it in first, there's no way in hell they don't make it to semifinals because
Yeah.
they face a Chile. Uruguay versus Brazil. I think Brazil does bow out right here. I think Uruguay is going to kill it here. But I think this one could go either way. This one would be tight. And because of what I will say in the next round, I think Uruguay, with that high pace that they have, I don't think it's going to last all the way. But I do think that they'll be Brazil here. And then Colombia versus USA, le van a dar otra vez en la madre, just like they did in the scrimmage. And at this point, Colombia would probably be 25, 26 matches undefeated.
Yeah.
And the hottest team in the world heading into the semifinals, which is crazy. We're talking semis now.
That matchup, just looking at that matchup, Omar, that shit's insane to me, bro.
Ghosts start reappearing. I'm already nervous just looking at it. Like on paper, it's one of the most one-sided Argentina Mexicos we've ever seen. I'm just gonna try to be as realistic as possible. Maybe you guys don't think I've been very realistic this whole episode, but I don't see Mexico standing a chance against Argentina, especially not at the semifinal level when you have semifinal like goats, like a Messi, like a Alvarez, like a Cuti Romero, like a Emi Martinez to really just get you over that line. Yeah, I think Mexico could have a perfect game and they would not beat this Argentina. And then in the other side, I have Uruguay versus Colombia. I think Colombia will take this, continues to be undefeated up until this point. And I think Marcelo Bielsa's style of play will do very well until here. I think it's just not sustainable in a really long format tournament like this. That's really short time, newly introduced to the team. I think Uruguay will bow out at this point. And then in the final, we have Argentina versus Colombia. I have my pick. If you guys saw the episode the other day, I have Argentina winning it at this point, ending Colombia's hot run, which for them would be amazing. This is an amazing streak for them. They would have so much to take into a World Cup run at this point. That momentum really to make it really far. But they win championships. This Argentina,
just too good. Yeah,
they're too good at this point. And then in the bronze final, Uruguay is going to take it versus Mexico. I don't think Mexico will really do much there. But that would be something for Mexico to really be proud of, in all honesty, with the squad that they have, with a new-ish coach that a lot of people have been calling out as untested, not worthy, head on the chopping block. If Jimmy can do like any form of this type of run, he bought himself until 2026 and more.
Yeah, at least until 2026. This is crazy. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with this bracket that you've built, except for that Mexico piece. I feel like Mexico is just doesn't have it in them to even, in my opinion, get out of the group stages. I think Venezuela is just too good right now, or they're strong. Y siempre le dan a Mexico,
Damn,
Ecuador.
you should have said screw it then
In
and put
my
them
opinion,
not even getting out of the group. There's good
I
money
can also see that happening. Yeah,
There's good money right now in the books that they will not get it, and they will not make it out of the group stage at all. So I mean, maybe if you're a betting man, who
but
knows?
para eso estamos. You know, the football, you have to play it, and you have to wait and see what happens. Porque
Yeah,
nothing's written.
if you guys want more content from us, folks, we'll keep talking it up right now. But check out our episodes over at Goals TV. We're gonna have an episode where we break down each of the matchups, the Mexico, the first three matchups, and then all the way into when we think they'll get knocked out of the tournament. So mine will be a lot longer than Cesar's apparently. But yeah, I don't know. I could see Mexico getting an easy win versus Venezuela. I can see Jamaica with imploding with their issues that they have. You can call me an optimistic Mexico fan right now.
Pessimistic Mexico fan right here.
You're pessimistic Mexico.
No, realistic. I got him coming out second.
Yeah, that is realistic. Definitely not pessimistic. Not that bad.
Yeah.
Let us know, folks, what you guys think of our predictions. Give us your predictions in the comments below. Who's going to be your champion? Who's semifinals? I think is always good, right? Everyone has their different thoughts. We had Brazil kind of dipping out pretty early, didn't even make it to the bronze match. So there's a lot of questions about that Brazil team with the new coach. The team just doesn't look like they're loving it. They don't love footy anymore, parece.
Ronaldinho said he wasn't going to watch not a single minute of this Brazil in Copa America because he just doesn't see the the heart that they used to play with, the
That
Brazil
jugo
La
bonito,
Garra.
he said.
That yoga bonito, he's like, ni pa qué, bro. I'm not even going to tune in.
Dude, but he did come out and he said that he was joking. Did you see that?
This guy, I see.
He said something like he said something along the lines of like I did it to get reaction or something. But I felt bad because then Rafinha came out and Rafinha's like, bro, didn't you just ask Vinny for tickets the other day? And
Damn.
I was like, my guy, that's kind of your go. Déjalo.
Relax,
Tampoco no lo
bro.
chingues tanto.
Pónganse las pilas mejor.
Yeah, but I think Brazil's one of those squads that we said they'll get eliminated early, but they can surprise us.
Yeah,
And
I
I think
mean, it's Brazil at the end of the day, 5-time champion, pentacampeón. So,
they're still the favorites along with Argentina. Even look at the betting books, right? Maybe it's not looking as enticing as at other times,
mhm.
but they can still bring out that talent with the Vinny doing it by himself, literally Vinny más 10. They
Serio.
have so many Real Madrid freaking Champions League winners right now, Militao, Vinny, and Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
It's just a matter of whether this coach can really put them in the right places and get the right results. Killer. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys saw what we think. Like we said, share your guys' predictions. But yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to be doing a good amount of content for Copa America. We're going to be doing meetups here in the Bay Area. So if you somehow get to see this and you're in the Bay Area, Thursday, we're going to be watching the match at 5 Spot Chivas Grill here in San Jose. And hopefully we'll be doing recaps of Mexico games right after. Maybe we'll jump on lives even if we're all pedotes or something.
Let's go.
We'll be jumping on just to get your guys' opinions in the chats, and so that we can give our thoughts. Maybe it's not the smartest thing to do when andamos todos calientes right after the match,
Fuck, for real, dude. Andan
but
la madre a todos.
that's when you get the best of opinions. No, everyone's honest opinions. But we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for tuning in. Check us out for more content, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, folks.